What's up, guys?
Cheers.
We are live. It's
Yes,
Wednesday night. We're already yelling into the microphone. You're welcome. That's what we do. We're
live.
Really excited.
We hope you are too.
We hope you're alive, specifically alive. That is usually better than being not alive, in my experience. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic night. We've got a fun night planned for you. We're obviously talking things rum. We're going to be talking about the Battle of the Stills.
The Battle of the Stills.
Which, if you caught our thumbnail, Ginger presented very nicely. Way to go, Ginger. Big prop. Big prop. Okay, big part of the show. We love that. So listen, we are super excited. For those of you who are new to rum, or even maybe have been in rum for a while, we see a lot of pot still, column still. What are some of the differences? Why do people see that and prefer something over another? And why does that matter when you're walking through the store and you look at a label and see this is a pot still rum, this is a column still rum? Why is that significant? Right?
What's the difference?
I'm gonna give a full disclosure, like a full. This is my PSA.
So this is gonna be like educational channel.
What obviously
this is our
hey PBS.
PBS
Here. PBS. I don't know. They didn't put us on there, but this is my PSA for the whole thing. Okay.
Okay.
We are in no way distillery experts. We are in no way distillers. Okay. Nope. Some of them are in the comment section here as we have people come and hang out with us all the time, but we are not experts in these fields. What we are going to be doing is boiling down boilerplate, grocery store shopping for rum, some things to know about the differences of them with a little bit of history with them and why they're significant, so that you can make a better decision when you're finding stuff that says, hey, this is pot still, this is column still. We are not going to be, we are not going to be going through all the science and how they all completely work. I will show you a little bit of some diagrams and whatever, and you can take that a little bit further if you like in your own research. We would love that. But for the show's sake, that we don't want to last forever, also it would expose us for not knowing how everything works, literally not knowing entirely, because we don't. Okay. So we're gonna stay focused on some of the bigger points here, some of the more prominent facts for your average everyday rum drinker, as we claim to be. Right. Awesome. Your mic is off, by the way. Nobody's hearing you. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. You got a nice red light going on there. I just noticed it. All right. As we get in,
thank you.
You see the hashtags down below. As we go, if you feel like picking a side, we love that. If you don't have a preference, let us know why. I'm excited about the conversation that's going to be in the comments through this show. As we do that, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, come on, what are you doing? It's going to be great. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is the #1 rum community in the world, because anyone that has fun and drinks rum hangs out here, and that's the best part about it. Right here. All the other
congratulations, you made it.
All the other influencers. They're always welcome here, because the show, it's inviting. We want people to be here. If you're watching and you are an influencer and you're like, what do you mean you got the best rum community? I have the best rum community. Why are you not here? Why are you not reaching out? Let's get you. Let's go. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
We're always super inviting for that. So it's a lot of fun. Everyone here is super welcoming. Feel free to ask questions as we go. Nobody here should be beating anybody up about not knowing something that they may know. This is just a fun place to get to share experiences and learn a little something as we go. So
it's interesting what we're going to be talking about tonight. You know, so it's kind of the battle of the stills.
The battle of the stills.
You got the column still, you got the pot still, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, and those are not the only two stills on the planet, right?
Right.
This is just two. But very popular.
Also, there are companies out there that use both.
Yes, and there is.
In the same product.
Boom, it goes right over to the other. It goes column still.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It goes, right from the pot still, right to the column still.
They couldn't decide. They had the battle of the stills, and they were like, let's just get both.
I'm not really sure.
Let's just do both. I don't see why we can't do that. And
they did.
Good for them.
Yep.
We love that. So there's going to be a lot of things as we go here. I want to get some hellos out of the way. Again, thumbs ups are helpful. Check out the links down below. If you guys have not joined our After Hours Facebook group, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff.
What are you doing with your lives?
You do that. And we have our Patreon Rum Club, where rum has gone out. We are having fun. We're doing all kinds of good stuff. We have rum coming out through the end of the year here, and we're lining up t-shirts, all kinds of cool stuff, whatever, doing all kinds of cool stuff. I think Royer broke out a credit card and bought some t-shirts here recently.
I was drinking.
Love that. So we're having some stuff going out. So make sure you check that out. If you're in a participating area, we'd love to have you. And if you're not in a participating area, I didn't really make an easy way for you to get to it, but we do have a Rumless Rum Club. If you go to our Patreon homepage, there's a Rumless Rum Club for a much discounted price. For the price of a cup of Starbucks cup of coffee a month.
Which Mark G,
yeah,
he's part of.
Canada hanging out with us. And then we got Steven from the Netherlands coming and hanging out with us. So we have good people from all around the world hanging out in that. So make sure you check that out.
And fine people.
Royer, what do you got in the glass tonight?
All right. I'm glad you asked, Robert. So this evening, I am beginning. Well, actually,
I'm beginning.
Already started.
I love that I love that we start. This is not what I'm drinking. This is just where this is my starting line.
Well, actually, so
it's gonna progress.
So it will progress.
I love that.
So this is actually where we both started. We both started here this evening, right? That. And then I have moved on to Maggie's Farm Dark Rum.
Love that.
So interesting fun fact.
Okay.
Reading the label back here. So this is distilled through 100% copper pot still. So,
copper pot stills.
So they're really good at actually telling you what's going on with the product, how they're making it.
Story.
Right? Now, from there, I'm going to go in honor of Mark G and good old Canada. I am going on to ET51.
Yes.
Right? However, they do not disclose
really tell you anything.
Anything at all.
Awesome. But it has a skeleton alien.
But it has,
on it.
It has,
And that's cool.
And that,
And buying cool rum is like half the fun. So like, it doesn't
drinking
matter.
This will be just like being in Canada.
It's just like it.
Speaking
of rums that don't have any information, the rum I've got sporting tonight is the Vizcaya, the Cuban formula rum, the Cask 12 here. We've got here. This is an old review we did a while back. It sat on the shelf for a while.
Yep.
And I said, I'm going to drink something that I haven't drank in a long time. And I pulled it off the shelf. I was like, this is going to be it.
Just keep in mind, there is a reason that one is typically down here.
I think it's tasty, though. I'm having an enjoying time. It's a great time.
I'm sure
I'm having a great time. You having a great time?
I am having a fabulous time.
I love that. I'm going to get some hellos, and then we're going to talk about this Battle of the Stills.
Okay.
I'm excited to get
into it.
My Irish Valentine coming in. Hello. Daniel Butler. Hello. How you doing? Dave the Axeman. Good evening. How are you doing? Mark G is here. John Molesworth. Hey, brother, I got a T-shirt coming your way finally. Sorry for the delay, but the label's been printed. It's on the counter. We're getting that thing out. Greg, I'm stuck at work, but I'm listening in. Just can't have a drink. Greg, thank you for hanging out with us anyway.
Thanks for joining us.
And sticking it to the man.
And don't forget to check out Low Carb Cocktails.
Darn right. Low Carb Cocktails is a fun place to get to learn how to make some
fancy
cocktails.
YouTube.
A lot of SpongeBob cocktails lately, by the way, I noticed.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of SpongeBob. Yeah, I've been watching in on some of those. Let's see here. We got John Hasbrock from Just Rum hanging out with us tonight.
We have a distiller here, too.
Love it. Evan, how you doing? Hi, everybody. Welcome in, Evan.
Cheers.
Glad to have you here. Carlos, what's up, my dude? Glad that you're here. Can't wait to hear some thoughts on the style of stills. I'm excited to hear your guys' thoughts on these, by the way, too.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I will join you, Mark. I have 2 drinks for Greg as well. I love this. We're drinking for Greg.
We're drinking for Greg.
Yes, I love that. Let's see here. John Molesworth says, I like both to the stills. We already have opinions coming out on the stills. I love that. Good rum is good rum, Daniel Butler says. I agree. That's a really valid point.
100%.
That's a valid point, right?
100%.
Doesn't matter the still that it comes from.
I could not agree with you more.
Okay? Doesn't matter as long as it's good.
Yep.
That's what matters most, right? Drinking Plantaray Black Cast tonight. Just got back from Florida and brought back 2 bottles. That stuff's awesome. It's kind of hard to find. It's not expensive.
Yeah, baby. Who's drinking that?
Daniel
tonight?
Butler. So
you're a lucky man.
That stuff, write it down. It's kind of hard to find. It's not everywhere, but like it's not expensive.
That is
super
good stuff.
Super good.
That is good stuff.
So
I enjoy that.
Glad you guys are opening ET. I cannot comment on the contents of it. I love it. It's awesome. Drinking CR Spiced and DC. I think it's a blend of pot and column, right? It's a blend. Got a blendability, right? We see a lot of that too. I love that. So, Battle of the Stills. Are you ready?
Let's jump both feet right into it.
Let's hit some educational points first of all, Royer, because I'm going to break this down as far as the still itself.
All right.
So, let's start off with number 1, which is the pot still. And as I get there, I've got
we're going to be able to share these pictures.
I'm going to be able to share these pictures.
See these pictures.
Not at the moment, Royer. I got to
need to put it in a format so that they can see it too.
Hold on.
It doesn't do us any good if they can't see the pictures.
They're going to get there.
We can see the pictures and describe it to them, but it won't be the same.
It won't be.
I'm just saying.
You are correct.
They should have like an app that they could.
It's tremendous. an app that they can just follow along on.
That they could follow along
would be ideal, right? Okay, so we're in your bottom corner here. So let's talk about pot stills, right? We got some sweet pictures of some pot stills. I pulled these up on good old Google Images.
Wow, those are nice size pot stills.
They're big, right? I went big. I did not pick small.
Go big, go home.
There were small ones, but size matters, okay? And Ginger doesn't hang out with us because we pick small.
Yeah, right.
So the pot stills are one of the oldest spirit making methods, by the way. Okay, so when you're thinking about rum, you got to think Scotch, cognac, going way back right there. They work in batches, boiling the wash and condensing vapors, right? So fun history fact, because
do tell us.
I do like learning a little bit. So here's a little bit of the history of that pot still. Early 1600s, distilling spreads through the Caribbean as sugarcane plantations expand. Pot stills brought by European colonists are the only method at the time. So like early 1600s, by the way, pot stills where this started. Okay, this is where
that would be like high tech back then.
Yeah, this is what they had in the 1600s. There was no column still, there was no blending. This was how you made it. All right, so it gets really back to the roots. All right, 1651, okay, mid 1600s, first recorded mention of the rum bullion, later shortened to rum in Barbados. Absolutely pot still made. Okay, absolutely. Really love that. Getting to the 1700s, Jamaica becomes famous for high ester, funky pot still rums exported to Europe. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that, right? Okay. Because when we talk about pot stills, okay, one thing that we mention all the time is when we drink rum, we're like, "Ooh, this seems like
it's a little bit of funk,
in a little bit of a pot still flavor, right? Because it's got a little bit of funkiness to it." And that's a lot of that traditional high ester that is really associated with pot stills a lot. Not always, right? This is nothing we say is like 100 because everything's so different now.
Yeah, everything varies.
But with that being said, that there is a very good chance that if you're tasting those flavors, it was pot still distilled.
Right.
Yeah, that came out really great. I think it's like it rolled right off the tongue. 1838 distillation records in Jamaica describe dunder pits, early fermentation practices that supercharged pot still rum character.
So I feel like that is the country right there that is best known for pot stills.
America.
Right? You know, Jamaica is
Jamaica. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Not the US.
No, not the US.
Good call.
Jamaica is probably the ones that is best known for that funk pot still
you think
expression.
So?
I do.
I think it's up there.
In my opinion, whenever I taste that little bit of funk, no matter where it's from, I'm automatically thinking this is like a Jamaican rum.
Yeah.
You know, so it's all these countries, they have their own flavor, you know, kind of a base flavor that goes with so many of these different countries. You know, a lot of it is because they have their own rules and regulations, this sort of thing. But a big part of it is the type of still that they're using, like the pot still or a column still, you know, and whether it's molasses based or if it's a cane juice.
Yeah.
This sort of thing.
Absolutely.
So, but in my opinion, whenever I taste a little bit of that funk, I automatically think, oh, this is probably from Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, does that kind of make sense?
Totally understandable. I get where you're coming from there. You know, and I think there's a lot of people that would agree with you on that Jamaica does a lot of that stuff, and that is a lot where a lot of it comes from.
You touched a little bit on the dunder part of things.
Yes.
Right. Now we actually had the experience or the opportunity to
and real quick, I'm gonna replace this. I'm gonna pick a different image. I've got a dunder pit. For those of you who haven't seen a dunder pit before. Okay, they don't all look the same, right? This is one example. Okay, but this is also thanks to Google Images and Matt. Thanks, Matt P, for this picture that you took because you put your name in the bottom corner. We love that. So this is like a dunder pit example. It's like a huge vat, and they're sitting outside collecting a lot of like the atmosphere, like the flavors of the world coming off of the air. And you see a lot of that stuff, right? And it's got like just so much like.
Do you remember when we did the seminar?
Yes.
And we actually got to taste
the dunder, the actual dunder itself.
The actual dunder itself.
Which is really crazy, right? So like this is one of the reasons we tell you guys like go to a rum festival. You get to do cool stuff.
Doesn't matter
like
which
that.
one. Go to any of them.
If you got one, just go check
to one
it out.
of the seminars.
But like the Dunder Pit's getting to try that in Miami, which we're getting ready to gear up to go, by the way,
Yes.
mid-November. We have a hotel. We're still working on flights. We're almost there. We're figuring it out. But we are going to be back. But like it's a cool thing when companies bring what they're using as like bases and like everything, so you can try their molasses, their dunder, like their sugar cane, like just
the
such
cane
a
juice,
the cane juice, just such a cool experience to get it in its rawest form. That I recommend to everybody. But it's really cool. Like, so I just wanted to give an example because I don't know how many people are familiar with Dunder Pit. Some of you are probably really are. Some of you probably have not even heard of it before today, right? But like, just kind of a cool example here, and seeing those, they're pretty sweet. So let's see here. John Hasbrock says rum is best from pot still, where you can get the full flavor of the wash. I love that. I love it. It's a good opinion. I get it.
So John's already made his opinion.
Yeah.
Right?
So I'm gonna real quick share. This is a little bit, it's not like super detailed because I told you we're not gonna get like super sciencey about it, because I'm not. But this is like the little bit of like the inner workings, we'll call it. I don't know if that's really, it doesn't really show you everything, right? But just kind of showing the inside a little bit of it. Again, we're not experts. If you talk to a person like John Hasbrock, using his stills, like, distillers know everything there is to know about their stuff. We know
they do.
We know it.
They are the true experts.
Short amounts, right? So here's the thing that I'm going to tell you about this too, because just giving you the pot still aspect of it, their flavor profile is like heavy funk complex, and we mentioned that, right? So this is like rich in congers, like flavor compounds, tropical fruit funk, esters, heavy mouthfeel, that bold burn, boom, like, right? Like that we talk about. You got to be, it puts hair on your chest sometimes, right? Like it can be that way. Stephen from the Netherlands comes in here and he talks about high ester rums. That's what he's talking about. Okay. So it's stuff like that. Yeah, so I love that it says it right here. Jamaica is the poster child. Oh, good call, Royer.
Exactly.
Man, Hampton Estates, Worthy Park, Appleton, they all rely heavily on pot still. So if you see rums like Hampton, Worthy Park, Appleton, those are great examples. Fun fact, love this. Some rums can hit 800 plus level of esters. Sorry, I don't know that mathematic breakdown, compared to whiskey that's off the charts, which is kind of a cool thing.
Yep.
What a fun fact. I love that it included that in my notes, by the way, that it's down there. I love that. But so that's kind of the inner workings of the pot still, right? A heavy funk, ester, high ester, dunder, kind of covering that bold flavor, right?
To go along with this, I'm going to grab this.
Now, if you're feeling like the pot still fits your flavor profile, okay, let us know in the comments if you do prefer pot still, why you do. Maybe it's one of the reasons. Maybe it's all. This is a great one. Great example. I love that you're going to share this real quick too. Speaking of pot stills in Hampton Estate.
Yes.
The 8 Marks collection.
Yep, exactly.
Which the marks are their like base for their rum products.
For their rum products. For every single one of them.
Speaking of tasting stuff in its rawest form at its base level, this is just a really cool thing. Try not to throw that on the ground when you lift it up. I believe in you. But the 8 Marks comes with the 8 Marks, right?
Yep.
Which is just a tremendous experience. They also had one, I don't know if they still do, that was like a 1 year aged. It was like a next level kind of thing. We did not get that one, but this is super cool. Big shout out to Billy, by the way, for hooking us up with this.
Exactly. Thanks again, Billy, for hooking us up with this. This is a great experience right here in the box. So if you want to learn more about some of those higher esters, what they taste like, this sort of thing, this is a fantastic way to try that out.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So getting back into it here just a little bit. The column still, okay? We're not done here, people, okay? Because we got the pot still on one side. It's a big aspect. Big part of rum history.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Huge.
Yep.
Enter the column still.
So do we know when that actually entered into history?
Oh, I love
what time frame?
That is such a great question, actually. So
because we know that the pot still has been around basically forever.
Yeah, this is great. So 1830.
1830.
There's an Irishman named Coffey. and patents the Coffey still, which happens to be the first commercially successful continuous column still.
Very nice.
1830, that patent went out, right? It's probably being used a little bit before that.
Yeah, probably.
But the patent went out,
Yep.
went into the world.
Yep.
Okay. Irishman gets it done. 1830 is when we're looking at that date for that coming through. So column still comes in early 1600s. Fast forward a couple hundred years. Okay.
Again, that technology. So, you have to remember, you have to put yourself back in that time frame.
Yes. So
back in the 1600s, the pot still, that was, high tech stuff back then.
Yeah.
I'm sure they didn't call it high tech.
Yep.
That terminology didn't come until hundreds of years later.
Right.
But when you think about it, that is their high tech stuff. And so in the 1830s, when the column still, this is the new high tech stuff.
Breaking.
This is how things change,
evolution,
evolve over history and time. So
speaking of some people that are way smarter than us, John Hasbrock's got some great notes going in the chat section over here. If you're keeping along with that, it's pretty awesome to kind of hear his take. But he's talking about column stills make great vodka and can make lighter rums, but you lose flavors in a column. He says columns are more energy efficient though. So it's got some pros and cons.
There's some pros and cons.
At least what he's found.
Yep.
The extra funk in a good pot still rum. Greg likes that. I think Mark G says, give me a funky, oily rum. If you like making cocktails like Greg does, right?
Yep.
You're going to love that because that's like Tiki Cocktails 101. These are the rums being used in all those Tiki cocktails is your pot still funky rums. So this is 100% where that comes to play, and it being such a beginning part of it, so many people kind of just hold by that of like, hey, this is what rum started out as, and we love that. That's where I want to stick to. That's what I want to do. So with that being said, switch it on over here. Column stills.
Column still. Wow.
Yeah. I was always
that does, when you look at it in comparison, just from the visual aspects of it, that does look a lot more high tech.
It's big,
right?
It's longer.
That's what she said.
That's
what she said.
It's way longer.
Yep.
Okay. Way longer. Okay. This is showing up to the party. Okay. Big dick in the locker room, guys. They were like
coming through.
Take your fat boy over there and check this thing out. And they made it bigger, longer, taller. Love it. So 3 words that are used to describe the column still rums. Okay. Ready? Love where I went off with that.
Hang on.
I ran away with it just a second there. I got excited. Obviously, I got excited.
So many things I want to say.
Column stills are always excited.
So many things. I
love that.
Anyhow.
Love that. 3 words, column still rum. Smooth, clean, okay, and accessible.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
So, these are the words built around the column still, making things in there. Now, we touched on the 1830 Irishman bringing that in. Mid-1800s, column stills spread rapidly to large Caribbean distilleries, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, for efficiency. John Hasbrock brought it up.
Yep.
Super good point. Better energy efficiency. You can save money.
You gotta make that money quicker.
You can make that money quicker, right? You can get out more product faster, cheaper. Boom, we're going. We're getting it done. Cutting down on costs and making things more affordable for the distilleries to pump stuff out. 1862, a tiny company.
1862.
In
tiny company.
1862, this tiny back of the alley company called Bacardi is founded in Santiago de Cuba. Okay.
No, you didn't say it right.
Santiago de Cuba. Sorry. Rolled off.
Santiago de Cuba.
What?
Huh?
Why do you sound like you have a list?
Huh?
Like
exactly. That's it right there. Nailed it.
I don't even know how to replicate that. I'm like trying to replicate what you just did.
You can't. Many have tried.
Santiago.
Everyone has failed. Yeah. Nope. Not even close. Not even close.
It's like I got marshmallows in my mouth.
Nope. Yeah. That's what you sounded like. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Exactly.
One of the first rum houses to fully embrace the column stills, creating the lighter Spanish style that dominates today. Dominates. We love the word dominates. That's a good one. I'm going to put that on our next rum when we come out with a rum someday.
Just dominates.
This rum dominates all other rums.
Maybe that's what we should do that for our top 10.
Boom. What?
this rum dominated.
This rum dominated everyone else.
2025.
These other rums don't even matter.
Nope.
Okay, they're irrelevant. Don't even buy any of these other rums. Just buy this rum because it dominated.
Sell all your other rums. Just buy this one from now on.
I love that. 1900s British colonies like Guyana and Trinidad keep both pot and column stills, which is why you see the blended approaches in Demerara and Angostura rums, which we see a lot of in today, right? Like I think that's just drinking dominates. Thanks, John. We appreciate that. That's awesome. But yeah, like you see that today. We talk about the blends, right? Pot and column still blended rums, right? Because there's benefits to both. And the people are figuring out a way to put them together because that's what the people want. They want good tasting products. They want it accessible. They want it to be clean. I'm a sweet, smooth rum guy, right? So when I got into my rum journey, especially in my first couple of years, smooth, sweet column still rums, that was my jam. Okay. Pot still, watch that first Appleton video, boys and girls. I'm going to tell you what, it was a train wreck. Okay. Because I was not built for that yet. Now I love Appleton. We like Hampton. We like Worthy Park. We try all these cool things.
It's so funny to look back at where we started our journey, our rum journey.
Yeah.
You know, and all of you, believe it or not, you're on a rum journey as well.
Yes.
And we're all in different places.
Yes.
Right. But where we started, I had never really experienced some of those products that we started out with early on.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a shock to the system. I mean, there was one point you thought you were going to go freaking blind.
Yeah.
Right?
I did.
And
I did. It was crazy. Right?
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
So this is another graphic that we have here, right? As we continue on here, showing the continuous still, that column still kind of shows some of the inner workings. Again, this is going to give you a little insight into the inside inner workings. We are still not experts, so we are still not going to break all this down, but we wanted to put it out in front of you so that you could further your education from here and kind of, if you have an interest in that, maybe jot a few things down, come back to it later. But we wanted you to see the inner workings of how these stills work. So with the lighter, more neutral spirit, easier to mix profile of the column still rums, okay, here's some examples of some rums you may have heard of. Now, we mentioned Bacardi, right? They're a little bit bigger than small now. Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit bigger than small now.
A little bit bigger than small.
This was, I was talking way back when they're founded, right?
When now they started.
They're a little bigger. Okay. You also have Havana Club and Flor de Caña making that list of some household name column still rums that you've heard.
Who are they?
Yeah, the Flor de Caña and Havana Club.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm not sure I've heard of that.
Yeah, never. We've never tried any of their rums, right? It can produce, so the efficiency can produce a spirit at 95% plus ABV continuously, a much higher yield, more consistent quality, right?
More consistent quality,
which I think boils down to,
okay, so here's the thing. In my opinion,
I have an opinion on this too.
In my opinion, a lot of the quality factor depends on the master distiller.
Yep, love that.
Number one is going to be the master distiller, because he has the flavor profiles, the experience of things that he's looking for, and he wants to share with every one of us.
Yes.
Okay. Now behind him is going to be the company itself.
Yeah.
They're going to be the ones deciding how much of the heads and tails they're going to leave in so that they can produce more product.
Where's their money at?
And not care whether or not people are going to get headaches and bad hangovers the next day.
Yep.
So it's really, for me, it's those two factors right there.
Yeah.
That are going to determine on what that product actually kicks out.
Yeah, 100%. So as we boil this down here, right, with the efficiency of everything, the thing I think that my opinion on it for the aspect of making it great, right? I think that it's more of an art form.
Yes,
and so
it is.
So when you're making, did you steal the camera forever ago, by the way? That thing just pointed at you over there. God, I love that for you, by the way. I'm not even on this show anymore. But so the thing about it is when it has a little less consistency, it's a little bit more of an art form. Okay. You got to know what you're doing. You've got to be able to hone that in. Go ahead and put that in there, Royer. We love that. Thank you for bringing it back over here for me. But like, you got to really be a little bit more of a distiller's touch to it to get your product the right way every single time. You got to know what you're doing. Column still, it's more of a like, you can write it down and rinse and repeat and do it quickly, and you can put workers in place to like just do it. In my opinion, I think it just makes it a little bit more factory oriented. So another plus and minus, it might be more efficient, but you might lose a little bit of artistic ability with it and those bigger, bolder flavors for it, right? John from Just Rum uses a pot still to make his rum.
They do.
We love that.
Fantastic product.
Yeah. Downside critics say columns strip out soul of the rum, making it too vodka-like and over-purified. You know? That's just it, you know. That's like me going to church on Sunday. I'm just over purified. Okay, like it's just I'm like a saint coming out of there, and people just can't relate to that. You know, such a high expectation.
Yeah,
just kidding.
Right.
It is you know, that's kind of what I was just speaking about too, is like that art versus like it just being kind of strips the soul out, just kind of like a factory oriented product to push out something quicker for money. Essentially, can still make good stuff though.
It can,
because I'm a big fan still, right? Like column stills, I'm still a big fan. You know, it's not necessarily like it's column still. I don't like that. I think it just gives more of a smooth, sweet essence versus a bold, funky note.
So you know that's one of the things, and we've talked about this for years now. It would be helpful if the rum companies actually gave more information about the product that they're putting out there, such as, is this a pot still rum?
Yes.
Is this a column still rum?
Is it blended between the two?
You know, is it, distilled at a elevation of 10,000 feet? Is it using sugarcane molasses
100%.
or sugarcane juice?
Right.
Is it, there's so many different things that can go on with the rum production.
100%.
It would be very helpful, and we would all appreciate a little bit of knowledge of what we're buying.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. John from Just Rum. See, they strip out the soul, but give you pure spirit. I love that. Yeah, you are funny when you're drinking. I do like that. So we have both these, right? So now we broke down pot still. We broke down column still. We took a little look into each of them here. Here's the deal. Many top rums mix pot and column still distillates. For example, Mount Gay Eclipse or Appleton 12-year rare casks are two great examples that balance richness and smoothness.
Oh,
also love that we're just associating pot still with richness. Now that's a better word than bold, funky. I like richness.
You said the
right?
Mount Gay Eclipse.
Mount Gay Eclipse. We got that. We got the Appleton 12 too, don't we? Somewhere. That's signature.
Here's the 12.
Here's the 12. Look at that. Oh, we got both these rums, by the way. But
yes, here's the Eclipse.
These are great examples of them blending a little bit of both for both a best of both, I guess you could say.
So
right?
this has both the pot still and the column still?
Yes. Yep. It's a blend of both. Now,
very nice.
Why this matters?
What do you think of that, John?
Yeah, you do both. Why this matters? When you see a blend of pot and column still rums on a label, expect versatility and rounded flavor. When you boil this down, we've had a lot of people call out. Is there anybody that's team column still, by the way? You're a smooth, sweet, rum person. You like that clean, purify. You don't really vibe with that bold, funky pot still note that comes in. If there is, I'd be excited to hear from you. If there is anybody kind of team column still sitting over there right now. Because as we put these together, I think the thing that we're kind of finding here is when you look at them both, they're not created equal. They're both stills. They both do technically the same thing. They just do it very differently. And you get two very different products by doing it that way. But I think the thing that we found is they both have a place in this world. And the best companies are finding ways to utilize both types of stills. When they're making stuff to be able to get a little bit of best of both worlds. They like those bold flavors, but they can smooth it out and make it a little bit more efficiently.
And one of the things that you pointed out just a little bit ago, just a few minutes ago, is the art of it all.
Yes.
Right? I mean,
absolutely.
So many of the distillers that we have become acquainted with throughout the years of doing this, they're real artisans.
Yeah.
They are true artisans.
Yep.
Of their product that they're trying to make available for all of you.
Absolutely.
You know, and John from Just Rum, he is an artisan. He is looking for certain things in his product, and he wants to share that with everybody, right?
Yeah.
And you know, he's very much he discloses a lot of things about his product and this sort of thing, which we all appreciate.
Absolutely.
You know, I taken a look at the bottle on the Mount Gay Eclipse and the Appleton 12, and you know, both really do share a lot of information about the product that they have here in the bottle.
Yeah.
Unlike Canada, which the ET51 has no information on it at all.
Shoot.
Really? Huh.
Strike one, Canada.
Anyhow.
Our eye on you. The strikes will reset at midnight. You know? So, yeah, what's your take on that? I love hearing from you guys on this. I love Appleton 12. How many bugs get into the dunder? A lot, Greg.
A lot.
That comes part of the flavor, by the way.
It's all part of the experience.
It's all
Greg.
open, right?
All part of the experience.
That was a good question, though. I love that. Appleton 12 is one of my favorites. Love the Appleton 12. I don't discriminate. I'll drink any rum. The column still may be better for whiskey tasting rums. You know, and that's a good take there too. Like that, it might just have some benefits in some specific areas. I think the thing that we boil down to now is that, as you've heard this, hopefully now you can go into the grocery store, you can go into the liquor store, you can walk down the aisle, you can read the back, and it says this is pot stilled, this is column stilled, this is a blend of pot column stilled, and you will have a little bit of information to know what that means now, which is what we hoped to give you.
So and actually, if you've never had some of these different products, it might be a good experience to go out and buy one of those, so you have an idea of what a pot still rum actually tastes like. A
little taste test.
That little experience right there, along with some of the column stills. So, in generalities, would you say that some of your bigger companies, for example, Captain whoever, and Bacardi, are generally column still, right? The bigger companies are generally.
I think they found a way to make a lot of money really quickly. They make it. They add a lot of additives for their flavor, sweeten it up, and they sell it at a mass production kind of thing. I think Bacardi was the number one thing on the list there. They made a pretty good living out of it.
One of the things that I found really interesting at one of our last seminars that we went to down at Miami Rum Renaissance last year was in talking with Planet Ray.
Yeah,
and they actually had some old pot stills that they were using literally as landmarks out in front of their property, right? And they were using those for landmarks, and they decided, because they were listening to their customers, and they wanted to bring back some of those old flavors. So they have been in the process of refurbishing these old pot stills and bringing them back online to actually produce some of these products.
Yep.
Which I find
just like they did back when they were in their heyday.
So these things were out there for decades, not doing
sitting on the lawn ornaments.
Lawn ornaments. That's exactly what they were.
I love it.
And now they're refurbishing them, and now they're kicking product out for that different experience that people are looking for.
100%.
Right?
Now, I told you before this show went on the air, there was a high probability I was going to start an argument.
Yes.
I plan to follow good on that.
You want to argue with me about something?
I'm gonna follow in good on that. How do you feel about ice in rum?
How do I feel about ice in rum?
Yeah, you get yourself a nice rum. You put ice in it. You drink it neat. You always have a cocktail. What are you doing with what's your take on ice?
Okay, so for me, I prefer wow. Why does it have to do this?
Yeah, because you just went like this to it, and then it was like, yes, Royer, what is it you would like to say to the camera? And it followed you all the way close.
For me,
it just goes in.
Jeez. Do not undo that. However you do that, undo that. Okay, So for me, I do enjoy a cold drink.
Yeah.
Okay. If I'm gonna have ice in there, and if it's gonna be a special drink, I'm going to prefer a clear ice. Okay, so that doesn't have, so it lasts actually longer. It doesn't melt as fast, so your drink isn't as watery.
Yeah.
There's a lot of true benefits to using clear ice.
Yes.
Believe it or not, there is a big difference.
So you're saying Foursquare products, Hamden Estate products, these high-end products, ice.
Yes, I that's how I typically enjoy them. However, so
what do you mean, however? I just asked you how you prefer it.
No.
I just asked you how you prefer it. I didn't say, hey, give me all the ways you drink rum. How are you drinking it?
I also drink it just on its own.
Okay.
Without any ice.
But that's not how you prefer it.
It depends on what I'm doing.
So what do you prefer? In a general sense.
Is this a very special rum that I'm having? If this no, I mean,
yeah.
Here's the thing: you got to answer my question.
It is.
So this is a very special rum that I'm having.
Every rum is special, by the way.
No, it is.
If you don't think every rum is special, you're on the wrong show. Okay. Every rum is special. All rums matter. Okay.
All rums do matter.
All rums matter.
Some are more special than others,
well,
especially when you're talking about availability, price point. There's a lot of factors.
Depends on your definition of special, but whatever. Continue on.
I'll
let you have
my definition of special. If it is a special rum, I'm going to have it on its own.
You're my definition of special.
Well, thank you.
It's right here.
Thank
this
you.
guy. You're very special.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
No.
So, if I'm having a special rum, like for example, when we decide to crack open this $150 mini bottle here
someday.
When we decide to crack this baby open, this is not going to get any ice on it. This is not
no ice.
No ice.
Just the way it is.
Just the way it is.
Oh my gosh.
Just the way it is. No ice.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So there is a difference. So you'll note that I have ice in my glass tonight, right? Because I felt Maggie's Farm.
Now what do you feel about like water?
ET51.
Diluting it with water.
No, not a fan.
Not a fan.
I am not a fan.
You don't think that's an okay thing?
In my opinion, no.
You hate that.
I didn't say I hated it.
I would just like to go on the record and say Roy Air hates diluting rum with water in any capacity whatsoever.
That is not for me.
That is his words
that is
verbatim.
Not for me. Because what I found for my taste, it's like it becomes sharp.
Okay, becomes sharp.
It becomes sharp, and I do not like that.
It's like a blade.
It is like a blade.
Ice is usually sharper than water.
No.
Unless you're using a water jet, which in case water is very sharp.
Are we going to get into manufacturing now?
I'm just letting you know.
I can school you on that.
We both have a good background in manufacturing.
I'm
not trying
but I can school you on that.
I'm not trying to say which one of us knows a little bit more.
Yeah, okay. What?
Okay.
Oh my God.
We don't need to get into that.
Seriously.
Moving on.
Oh.
Okay. Talking about water and ice now. You know? Right?
All right. Okay. I'll let that go.
Yeah. As you should, because
yeah, okay. Whatever. Yes. So for me, adding water to the rum is not how it's meant to be.
So
for me, it brings a sharpness to it that I don't enjoy.
I'm gonna throw a couple things out here. Before I do, I will say, Evan having a hard time with our agricole. It's too funky for me. Agricole is actually kind of a different thing on its own.
That is
very specific
different
avenue, but I understand what you're saying.
A
about
true agricole,
rum.
just so you know, the true agricole only comes from Martinique.
Martinique, that's it.
Period.
So there's a lot of rules around that.
Yeah, there is.
I love the idea of old stills being restored and producing again. Yeah, it's very cool to see Plantaray doing that, by the way. I think that's pretty sweet. Good conversations going on here. Let's see here. I prefer higher proof, so only Johns are good on ice, Greg says. Love that. I love that. So I'm going to throw some facts at you. I'm going to see how you take it.
Some facts.
This may change your mind, okay? I just want you to know that your mind might be changed after I read these facts to you. You might never look at this the same again.
Okay. Well, I'll keep an open mind, but here's the thing. I do things the way that I'd like to do things.
But you're wrong.
If you don't know anything about, if you literally know nothing about me,
that's fine.
That is the one thing that you need to know.
It's fine.
I do things the way I like.
That's totally fine. But you're wrong. So if you want to do them the wrong way,
that's fine. I will do them.
As you know, on this show, we tell people what's right and wrong all the time.
Yeah, we do.
Very, very specific ways of drinking rum.
Okay, well, do share.
At least when Roy Ayre's drinking.
Do share.
So check this out.
Can't
I'm going
wait.
to change your universe.
Okay,
right now.
Change my universe.
1700s, Royal Navy, the rum rations, the tot. Okay?
Okay.
That comes in here, introduced officially in 1731. Did you know that they were always diluted with water to form grog because ice wasn't available?
No, I did not know that.
So if you were to drink rum,
yes,
the way of the British Navy,
yes,
and you wanted to feel like the 1700s, okay, you would take some Navy rum,
yes,
okay, and you dilute it with a little bit of water,
yes,
okay,
yeah,
and then you would be able to taste what the Navy British soldiers were tasting and have that experience.
You also have to remember that they're literally on a ship, and they only have so much product that they need to spread out through so many people for so long to try and keep scurvy at bay.
Okay,
So the reason that they added the water was to bring that, so that they could make it last a little bit longer.
You think so?
I do.
Okay.
That is my opinion.
If you say so.
I'm just sharing my opinion.
If you say so. I think it's because it tasted better. Okay, I think they just liked it better that way.
Well,
also, breaking news, if you didn't hear Roy Ayre say it, the Navy soldiers were on a ship. Shocking. I know. Okay. Just want to point out you stated that fact very clearly, and I thought it was very important in case anybody missed it while they were drinking rum out there.
The Navy's typically on a ship.
Navies typically hang out.
Typically on a ship.
Now, in modern day, there's a lot of different ways to hang out. They can be in airplanes. They can be on ships.
Whatever.
They can be scuba diving under the water, doing all kinds of things.
They are everywhere.
But a lot of times
back in that day
especially, and even today, that a lot of times they're on a ship.
Yes.
Yeah. Good stuff. Thank you for clearing that up for me. Okay. Now, let's fast forward.
Okay.
1806. The first recorded cocktail.
That's fast forwarding to 1806.
The first.
Okay.
Hold on.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Where did we start from?
Hold on. 1806. The first recorded cocktail definition was published in the Hudson, New York newspaper. It included spirits, sugar, water, and bitters.
Okay. Yeah.
So how do you feel about it like in a cocktail, right? Like water being added in the cocktails. No ice, by the way. No ice in this cocktail, just water.
Well, ice wasn't real prevalent back then.
In 1806?
Right.
You would know. You were growing up
during
that time.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Just in the winter.
You were in your 30s during that time?
Just in the winter when I had to go out and cut the ice out of the river.
Love that.
So
now, a little further than that, okay, 1830s, 1850s, what Roy Ayre was doing was ice harvesting, okay? That happened in New England, right? And then this was pioneered by Frederick Tudor, the Ice King, making ice more available to bars in the U.S. and Europe. So the Ice King making ice more
was actually a brand
accessible, okay?
As well.
So then Jerry Thomas in 1862 publishes The Bartender's Guide, one of the first to feature rum cocktails served on cracked ice. Okay? Goes on to the ice.
Yes.
Right? 1930s to the 40s, the rise of tiki bars. Don Beach versus Trader Vic.
Oh, yeah.
We love that debate. That's a good fight. We love that one. Popularizes rum with crushed ice in tropical cocktails. Mai Tais, zombies, Navy grog, right?
Yep.
Bring that back. But if they did the Navy grog right, they just would have added water.
Right.
No, not ice.
Put your ass on a ship and
and you would drink it on a ship in the middle of the ocean. Okay. For the
nowhere.
full experience.
Working that ship.
That is how you do that. Okay.
Rowing that boat.
So there's a few facts for you here. Do you feel like your mind's changed yet?
No, I don't. But thanks for asking. Yeah, so close. Yeah, okay. So close.
I'm still gonna try one more time
because I pretty much set in my ways.
Still think ice.
Okay.
Is absolutely magnificently great and all. However, drinking spirits pure and clean on their own is
the way to do it.
The way to do it.
Yes.
Okay. So drinking it neat, for example.
Yes.
Foursquare products. Hamden Estate aged products, they benefit by being a little warm. Okay. That's where they get their full body flavor from. The one ice cube method. You ever use the one ice cube method? Okay, just a 1 cube goes down into it.
1 cube.
I like that method, by the way. I'm a big fan of that method a lot of times
Because
I am a smooth sweet rum guy, and I do 1 cube a lot of things.
If you remember a couple of weekends ago, we finished a bottle of Foursquare.
We did
with just one ice cube.
We had to split it. We split the ice cube.
We split the bottle.
Yeah, we did split the bottle and the ice cube. Diplomatico, okay, Zacapa 23. High sugar viscosity actually shines when softened by dilution. So, fun fact, if you have something that has a little bit of a sugar added to it, like Zacapa or Diplomatico, an ice cube brings out a little bit more flavor, helps spread it out, helps bring out some good flavor. Okay.
Yep.
And then on the cocktail level, obviously, you got all the good cocktails built for ice, soda, citrus, all that good stuff, right?
Because everyone likes a nice cold drink. Typically,
you know, you got Caribbean locals that drink white rum with plenty of ice and a tea punch. You know, premium enthusiasts will argue that ice masks.
Premium enthusiasts,
which I don't think we qualify as premium enthusiasts.
Premium enthusiasts.
We're just regular enthusiasts, Royer. I'm sorry.
Like, are they enthusiasts about the premium rum?
I really wish
the rum products that say premium.
I wanted to make a claim that we're premium enthusiasts, but we're just regular enthusiasts.
Thank you.
I know.
Thank you.
We're still working to be premium.
Are we?
We're not there yet.
Are we?
Okay. They argue that ice masks, okay, the subtleties, better to add a splash of water. Forget the ice. So that water splash, they dilute with water because they're premium drinkers.
Well,
okay. Also,
there you go.
Also,
there you go.
Maybe they're just poor and can't afford ice, and so they just use water because it's more accessible. I don't know.
That could be.
We could start a tip jar for them.
We don't know.
We could start a tip jar.
We don't know
for the people.
We literally don't know.
The premium enthusiasts.
Premium enthusiasts
to be able to afford ice.
I didn't know there was a group of people like that.
There are. You know, they're out there.
Well,
they're out
today,
there.
You know, this is an educational channel. Yeah. I'm learning things every time we do the show.
So historically,
unfortunately, I usually forget them by Thursday.
Historically, rum was almost always diluted with water in the Navy or ice in American bars after the 1830s. The idea of drinking rum neat at room temp is relatively modern, gaining traction only in the last 30 years.
Really?
Ice? Ice? You didn't say nothing about no ice? Cool Runnings, by the way. It's tremendous. Tremendous movie. Best sports movie of all time. In case you guys were wondering my opinion on that. Greatest sports movie of all time.
Brought to you by Appleton Estates.
Is
12 year.
Boom. I should have sponsored them. That would have been awesome. So it's kind of crazy to think about how diluting it with water and ice is the traditional way. All these premium rum enthusiasts will tell you, I like to drink it neat. I want it on its own. You can't, you know, put ice in it. Don't do that. But here's the thing. If you're getting back to traditional roots, water and ice.
Yes.
Water and ice. And,
so,
you know, so
like I said, for me,
drinking it neat, Mr. Neat Pants over here.
Yeah, I do enjoy drinking it neat. I do.
Only in the last 30 years. That became popular after I was born.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
How does that make you feel?
Yum.
It really has no effect on me.
So
but how does that make you feel?
So young. That became popular after I was born. Okay?
Wow.
Tremendous.
That's an interesting perspective right
there. Tremendous. I am older than the ways of drinking neat.
Wow.
So next time you're at a bar,
ponder on that for a moment.
Next time you're at a bar, next time you're at a rum festival, and you get one of those premium enthusiasts that say you can't add ice, you can't add water, you have to drink it on its own. You can now look them square in the eye and be like, "Nah, I like to drink the traditional way, the way rum was made to be drank
to be
historically. None of that modern new age stuff. And if you like to drink it neat, then you can just drink it neat. It doesn't really matter. Drink it how you like.
You don't have to have that discussion.
You don't have to have that talk. But we gave you some ammo to be able to.
just in case you want.
Just in case you need to whip that fact out there. We're full of factoids today. Okay, this is how you hold your own.
This is an educational channel.
How
Please call
your
PBS.
Own. We love it. Yes. So, what do we got here? So, question for the crowd, not the host. Don't you enjoy the boys more now that Robert's palate has expanded and Royer gave up beer? Right? Isn't it better now? I love that. I love that
Who
we're
put that?
John Hasbrock. I love that we're polling everyone. I love that. Everyone's like, absolutely, I do. The old bar was covered in beer signs. It was. If you see the older videos, there was a lot of beer lights, signs, everything. They slowly got changed out.
I'm still selling all of it.
We still have one. We still have one.
Well, that's the one that you almost died at.
What?
When you went over to the bedside town to get that one? Wasn't that?
Is that what we got?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I just remember almost dying. I don't even remember what we
that's
bought
what I'm telling you.
I'm going to walk you guys over to the side of the bar here. As you can see, we've got a nice Bacardi and Coke sign over here. We also have the letter that Doc Brown from Doc Brown's Really Bad Rum wrote us after we reviewed his rum. We kept that at the bar here. But if you look ahead, you guys never get to see the Bayou sign over here. We got a big Bayou sign. But the one remaining beer item in the entire bar is this light. It does still work. Sort of. It takes a minute. Hold on. It builds a lot of suspense. Just give it a sec.
It'll turn on.
Just give it a sec.
Eventually.
Wait for it. It's so suspenseful. Wow. It is just...
It's not going to happen.
Okay, maybe it doesn't work anymore.
Did you break it?
We haven't turned it on in a while. Okay? Clearly, Royer has not changed the bulbs in this... Oh,
I hear it.
You hear it.
It's coming.
It's running.
It's something.
It takes a charge up. I mean, you hear it. That's
so
scary. When you hear your lights, just like, oh yeah, they're coming. That
light is from 1984.
Yeah, that's the way Royer's house works, by the way. You walk in and flip a light switch on, and he's like, hold on, I can hear it working. Give it a second.
Well, no, I'm
tremendous.
I don't know why this isn't working.
I'm coming back. That was super anticlimactic. We're ditching that. You need to fix your lights. I can't believe you even have that in this bar. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I'll tell you what, one light that does work is this one over here, because it's fantastically awesome. So we have other lights now. We've forgotten about such lights over there. Glad I joined after that phase. I love that, John. John Hasbrock, I know you have some funky stuff. I got a sample pack. I love that. It would have been an old fashioned, but it was new, so it was just a fashioned. Greg says, I love that. It's got to go. The Bayou sign is a beauty. I like the Bayou sign, by the way. That's a great sign. Somebody who loves you very much should have probably got that for you.
Yeah, my daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's accurate. That's accurate. It's true. It's true. We'll be seeing everyone in Miami. If you make it, come to Miami, by the way. It's your PSA. Hit the thumbs up button. Check the links down below. Join the Rum Club. And guys, if you're going to go anywhere before the end of the year, take a look at Miami Rum Renaissance Festival, November 8th and 9th in Coral Gables. It is going to be a fantastic time. The boys are going to be back. It's going to be great.
That's us, by the way.
That's us. Jesse's coming. We're going to be there. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be a ton of fun. So we want to see you guys there. We've got plans of hitting some local spots around the area as we get there. So we're going to have a good time. My Irish Valentine is going to be there. I love that. There's going to be a good crew. It's going to be a good crew this year.
There will be a good group of people there.
It's going to be a very eventful time. So make sure if you're looking for something to do, check that out.
You better be on your best behavior this year.
Me? Why do I need to?
I'm just saying.
I'm always on my best behavior.
I'm just saying.
What did I do for that?
None of the shenanigans that you've done in previous years.
My shenanigans. You want to start talking shenanigans?
Yeah, whatever. Anyhow.
Come ask Jesse about shenanigans.
So one of the things that I did want to take a moment and just share my thoughts of the last few weeks with everyone. I wanted to remind everyone, go out and do something nice for somebody.
Absolutely.
Be kind. Be nice, be kind, do something generous, open the door for somebody, help somebody with something. Just tell somebody, hey, I hope you have a great day. Yeah. I like you. Yep. This sort of thing. Make a difference in somebody's day in a positive way.
Absolutely.
Go out there and try and do that. I challenge each and every one of you.
The voice of rum is spoken.
To do this.
The voice of rum is spoken, guys. So there it is. We love that. Yeah. It's a good one. It's a good PSA. More people need to do that.
They do.
Greg says party in your guys' hotel room. We'll be partying, so why shouldn't you? I'm just saying. We've invited Ginger.
Yeah. Yep.
Hopefully she'll make it.
There might be a couple of new people there.
Couple of new
year.
people
Couple
there
of new
this year.
people
There
this
might be
year.
a couple new people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be bringing from
Mhm.
you know, the rum land of Iowa.
Yeah. Like
We'll
Ginger.
see. Like Ginger. Ginger might show up. We don't know.
We don't know. She's gracing us her presence on the
Yes.
thumbnails right
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Good for her. We love that. Check out the links down below. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully you guys had some fun tonight, learning a little something. Hopefully we gave you a chance to just give you a little ammo for some good conversations in rum. These were some of the things that we wish we would have known in our beginning stages of rum, just to give you some good topics to kind of build on and do a little deep diving. We hope it gave you a snippet to be able to bite off a bigger chunk.
Yes.
And give you the encouragement to go learn a little bit more
Remember,
about it.
it's all about the journey.
Absolutely. Dave says he's not coming unless Cinnamon's going to be there. Ginger is fine and all, but Cinnamon.
We'll have to talk to Cinnamon.
So I have to talk to Cinnamon. She's a lot harder to get a hold of.
She is.
Tell you what.
So
man.
terrible.
Gosh. Anywho. Champagne problems. But we thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We're excited for what's to come for the rest of the year. Rum Club next weekend? This weekend.
This weekend.
This weekend.
This weekend. The
That-
28th.
That is happening.
That is this Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
We should have said this earlier.
We'll see you guys there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Sunday.
Rum Club's
4:30. We'll send out an email.
Yeah.
You'll know the bit.
Yep.
But
All the goodies.
Yeah, all the goodies. You'll get it.
Yep.
But we are doing it this Sunday.
It will be this Sunday.
Yes.
Love that.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy, you guys. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. We're a couple of stupid idiots arguing on the internet
We are.
about ice, which is really crazy that you guys
Ice and
give
water.
us, and about the fact that you guys give us the
Which is
opportunity.
ironically the same thing.
No,
One's just
what?
frozen and one's
Excuse you.
just wet. Just one becomes wet.
That's
one
what she
already
said.
is wet.
That is what she said.
Whatever.
Which one's which, though?
Exactly.
I tell you what, ice and water, very different. Don't even start with that. They're not the same thing. Okay. One is a solid, one is a liquid. They do very different things. Okay. If you throw ice at a fire, you're the worst firefighter of all time. Okay. Don't even start with me about this crap. I will fight you to the end of the earth. No, they're not basically the same thing. That's absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to get out of here before I blow a gasket. Royer, get these fine, beautiful, amazing people who make our lives absolutely the most fun ever home safe.
Always drink responsibly, never drink and drive, and no rums were harmed during the making of this video.
Not at all. We'll see.